Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Mother's House Podcast, and I am Deshaun.
Peace to the world out there. What's up? My name is Corey. What's up with you, cuzzo?
Chilling. What's up with you?
Not much, man. Just grinding, trying to find work. Actually, I spent this weekend kind of relaxing, calming my nerves. I was so stressed out last week, but, you know,
Right,
it is what it is.
Relaxation is important.
Yeah, every now and then you need to take a break. You know, I took a break from social media and all that. So.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah.
So Isaac Hayes III, the son of Isaac Hayes,
Right.
he posted this tweet, and then he took a picture of it and put it on Instagram too. And it says that Atlanta needs its own pop culture urban media. ATL cranks out the majority of the current urban culture, but has zero power media. No Breakfast Club, no Everyday Struggle, no Big Boys Neighborhood, no TMZ. LA.
Well, Everyday Struggle ain't here no more neither. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't think there's no more Everyday Struggle. Okay.
Okay, well, nothing like them.
I know what you're talking about.
Well, but he says LA and New York control the conversation ATL culture creates. So, so how do you feel about that statement?
I think it's a true statement. I think Atlanta should have a bigger platform for as far as the radio or, you know, urban culture media pop center. It should have some more platforms in Atlanta.
Right.
You know, to speak on, you know, the culture. Mm-hmm. But I think Atlanta, as far as the city, it's a media hub, but I don't know if it's a big ass media hub as like a New York or LA.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Even though CNN is in Atlanta.
But yeah, that's like one.
Yeah. But what else? Tom Joyner, you know what I'm saying? So as far as independent media, I think we need more independent media anyway.
Right.
But as far as what he's talking about, yeah, I think he got a solid point.
Right.
Yeah. How you feel?
I think black people often forget that they don't control nothing.
Facts.
And I think media is controlled by people who have nothing to do with black culture, but and it's like all of them are owned by the same couple of people, and I think that's the reason why Atlanta doesn't have a flagship type of media. And I think it's because the people who own and control stuff want things to be where they are. So I don't think, and they fund it too. You know, that having flagship media takes a lot of like billionaire money, like money.
Real money. It takes a lot of money to make some get a radio station or a radio show or have a media platform like that.
Right, because even with CNN,
Viacom own all that shit up in New York. Like,
right, exactly. Everything. Like all of that is owned by the same couple of people because they want to control media for all type of reasons, not just to make money, but also for to control how you think. Media is very important and media is very powerful.
And also, if you pay attention to the media that is like the Breakfast Club and whatnot, and I'm not talking about the individual people on the Breakfast Club like Charlamagne and Envy or Ebro on Hot 97 or what's the guy in LA? What is his name? Big Boy. Maywood, or you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about any of these individual people, but you got to keep in mind they are employed by a media company.
Exactly. So if they ever got too out of line, they can easily be, replaced. Exactly. And
they can be easily replaced. And as far as what it means to be out of line, we don't know the bylines of what they have. Right. But you got to maintain and keep in mind that what they saying, this is the culture, this is what this culture is about, and this is urban culture and whatnot. They got people from the urban culture, but they don't really 100% reflect the full scope of the urban culture. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not as diverse as you would think. Because urban culture is very diverse, especially when they say the urban market. the urban market, that's it's a little offensive because urban means what? Popular city, right?
Yeah, like that word urban mean a lot of stuff.
It does.
It's almost like they use urban in place of black.
They talking about black.
Yeah.
You know, let's be real. We need our own independent black media outlets, not necessarily just to focus on pop culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everything from pop culture to news to like everything.
Something that shows a true reflection of how black folks perceive the world. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I feel like we've had this conversation before. Matter of fact, we did have this conversation. We kind of talked about this before when we talked about when all the guys with black men being shot. And remember we were talking about how it should be somebody like in every city on ground from the black community, like something like that. So we did kind of touch on this before, but you know, even with CNN, like Ted Turner, who used to own, he doesn't own it no more, but that's a billionaire. Yeah. So, and CNN is not even
with old money, and you know where old money comes from. So
exactly,
you got to keep in mind where this old money comes from. So what they're going to try to influence? They're going to try to influence and push certain parts of the culture that is not, you know, progressive or game changing for black folks. You dig what I'm saying?
Exactly. I think owning media is. You have to have a lot of money, but it's more than just making money. It's about you controlling thoughts. Like media is extremely powerful, and it's hard. I mean, look at Oprah. You know what I'm saying? Like Oprah had to sell most of her company, and she a billionaire. So, and look at all these. Look at Jay-Z, P Diddy. Like look at all these people who are like mega rich but don't own media. Wouldn't you think by now somebody would have some powerful media in the black community? I think it's a reason why they don't.
It is a reason, but I don't want to go so far on the limb to say, you know, it's more so that if white people holding people back and this and that, it's certain gatekeepers holding people back, which that is part of the reason, but it's more nuances to it too.
Yeah, I'm sure it's definitely more complicated than what, you know.
Than that, you know what I'm saying? More complicated than the white man won't let me do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I think we kind of use that as excuse a little bit too loosely for us not even making the attempt. So some people are just too scared to do it. Like so a lot of people are fearful. You know, they kill people who try to get a distribution deal.
Right.
You know,
it's genuine fear. Like I get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's genuine fear for this shit.
Right. I mean,
try to maintain control, but you know, or have some type of way of like they're real life. And then you gotta keep in mind a lot of these media heads like Black Breakfast Club, Everyday Struggle, all the names that he named on that list. They're not journalists. They don't really reflect, and they're not real journalists. And I don't even think they consider themselves journalists.
It's
they're not real journalists. Real journalists get killed. Real journalists actually go out there. They like on the front lines, really trying to speak their mind and really try to dig in to get the real truth.
It's almost like we don't have any real journalists.
You do. You know, you go to the real news network. I wouldn't even go far as say Democracy Now! Is a real journalist network.
Right.
That's independent. You know, a lot of journalists are really more so independent nowadays. Right. People who are really out there trying to get out information. Now you just got a lot of people blogging and telling their opinions. Real journalists don't really go out there just to give an opinion, but they go out there to tell the truth, even though they may have a bias. Right. Every human being going to have a bias, but real journalists try to get to the truth, get to the bottom line. You know what I mean?
I mean, we say it all the time. The bar for journalism is on the floor.
Fact.
Like we say it all the time. Like the floor, because I think, like, I like independent media. Don't get me wrong, but with the bar being so low, it has like let anybody be media, and I think that's a problem because you have people who just don't have the credentials but know how to get a following, and they become, because all that matters is what follows you at this point.
Well, there's no, like, the skill sets of literary works, you can even go down to the art, to everything. It's gone down to the floor. it's gone down to such a level where it's like it doesn't take much.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? It's no real craftsmanship, no real. This is the thing. I think nowadays people are not patient to be able to nurture their talents. You know what I'm saying?
Especially
like, I got
media.
a talent. I'm just gonna put it out there, and people like it. I'm just gonna rock with that, right?
And that's in like from music to like everything in media, because of social media. Social media has made everything so instant.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes everything kind of rushed, I guess.
Yeah. It makes everything diluted.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Like I love podcasts. I love the fact that we have a podcast, but at the same time, you can't ignore the fact that all podcasts aren't good. You know what I'm saying? Or like all podcasts don't talk about certain. It's almost like we're all talking about the same thing.
We are, and this is another thing. Not only that we are all talking about the same thing, but it's all coming from our perspective and our opinions. And most podcasts is really filled with opinions. It's not fact based.
Right, and I think that's great. But I think between podcasts and places like Breakfast Club, it's like that's where black media is, though. That's the problem. Like we don't have a real solid media. You see what I'm saying? We have like.
Well, I go to Atlanta Black Star. I think they got good journals on there. I think they have real journalists who actually go do deep research and get some information out.
Right. I like Atlanta Black Star, but I feel like we need something bigger. Like if Atlanta Black Star was like the size of CNN, and they had not just their online stuff, but they had like a channel and had all type of power, then I think Atlanta Black Star would be what it needs to be. But I still even feel like Atlanta Black Star needs a lot more help. They're still very much an independent media too. They may be one of the bigger independent medias.
Yeah.
And I think Atlanta Black Star does put out good work. You know what I'm saying? They do the damn thing, but they need a jolt. Like, and that's another thing. I remember we were talking about with black businesses, how Diddy and I think Jay-Z were creating this thing to help you find black businesses. I think that's what
they already. But this is what the girl name something Rich. What the last name Rich? She went to y'all's church. What her name? She did the app for Credit Stacker.
Oh, she went to our church?
She went to your church. You know her. You said I know her.
No, I don't know. She didn't go to my church.
Her parents went to your church.
Oh.
She goes to Savannah. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I think her name is Angel Rich.
Angel Rich. Yeah, Angel Rich. Angel Rich says, like, there are people who are already doing that. Just back to people who are already doing that.
And that's what I was saying. Like, instead of everybody trying to start their own media, maybe those people who have this money need to fund Atlanta Black Star. You know, I'm loosely saying that, but I feel like maybe those people like a Oprah or a Diddy or a Jay-Z need to find like this great, media that's already doing great, but just independent, and just fund them and help them become big. Why can't they just do that?
Because a lot of people already, you got to keep in mind, a lot of these people who are in these spaces already, who's already in the place of quote unquote success, or what success looks like in America eyes and capitalism eyes, because it's all capitalism. It's all of it. You got to keep it 100. But those people, from the Oprah to the Jay-Z's to the Beyonce, all these people, they I don't want to say that the white grass is cleaner, but they just go into what they know and what they think is best, and they don't think investing into something, a black person or a black entrepreneur. I'm not saying they don't invest in those people, but at the same time, they're going to want some white people involvement. They want to show some type of integration, to show that we're not prejudiced. We just want to have our face for it. They like to put their face in front of stuff. Like you look at Jay-Z Tidal,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Look at Diddy's Revolt. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of white faces behind the scenes too.
Right. So it just kind of look like they running stuff, but it's a lot of other hands
that helps get it there. And don't get it twisted. You're gonna need help regardless. I don't give a fuck what you do in your life. You're gonna need help regardless. We need help with our platform. You know what I'm saying? With our podcast. Like, you're gonna need help. You can't go through life thinking you ain't gonna need no help. Nobody help. But at the same time, you can help the people that look, not just because they look like you, but if they got good, solid plans and ideas, why not back them? When nobody like to invest in other people no more.
But it's like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, why can't we help each other? If it's, is it because we don't have enough money to help each other? Like, it has to be.
I don't think it's that we don't have enough money to help each other. I think that it's, we just don't think we can really get things done on our own. I think, and I ain't saying like a lot of black people saying that, but there's a lot of black folks out here, you know, a lot of black businesses. I read another article about a young sister who has a tea shop that's going distribution. You know, there's a lot of people doing things within the community and outside the community, you know. They're doing things to try to enrich the black population, but we got to keep it 100. You know, the trauma that we've been through, the trauma that we it's kind of a new ideas that people are flushing out. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tidal's a new idea that he tried. This didn't work. Maybe somebody else behind him will do something even stronger and greater and have it 100% black owned. You know what I mean?
Well, black media is not that new of an idea, because there once was a BET that was owned by a black person, and there's TV One that has Radio One, so it's not.
The reason why they don't get a lot of shine or get a lot of attention, because, you know, one, the audience is not running to those networks. You dig what I'm saying? The audience not going to it. The promotion is not really there. The money, as far as money-wise, money is not being heavily pushed into that direction to promote these black media outlets. Even black movies and independent black films, like, they don't put a lot of money or emphasis. Like, if you're going to try to do a black film, a lot of people try to run to Netflix. Nobody really trying to put money behind Black Spot. You know what I'm saying? Black Spot is a black social media network. There's a couple of other folks out here trying to do black social media networks. You know, the whole thing is about, you know, we need to get to the point where we stop, you know, what you call it? Well, you know, black folks don't know how to handle no business. We need to get out of that mindset. And I think a lot of people still got that damn mindset in their head.
Well, I don't think it's black people don't know how to handle it. I think black people are skilled.
No, I ain't saying that. I'm saying other black folks think I'd rather go to this white establishment or go to this white media outlet or work for this white media outlet or work with this white media person, like Jay-Z working with Weinstein Company. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather work with people who has
connections,
who show that they got money. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather work with them and get my ideas out instead of trying to develop something with independent black market. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that because, you know, I don't think black people know enough, and I don't think they can do enough. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people, the same mentality, like, say, you heard it before, Deshaun. People go to a black restaurant and, well, I don't like the way they treat people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All that. That's the reason why I don't go to the black establishments, or that's why I don't frequent black stores and this and that and the other. Because they unprofessional and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's that mentality still strong within the black community. Hell, motherfuckers going crazy over Meghan Markle. I ain't gonna get over that.
I mean, even in the comments of Isaac Hayes' post, they were talking about Mona Scott Young. Like, why she can't do it? Like, she made all this money off of Love and Hip Hop, showing the worst of the worst of, you know, of black culture. Why can't she have a hand? Like,
That's another thing. The reason why she can do it, and I'm not saying she's not trying to do it.
Right, because we don't know what these people are trying to do.
But the problem with Mona Scott Young being the helm of what a black multimedia, a big black multimedia platform would look like, she, like you said, you just said it, she showed the worst case scenario or portrayed the worst case scenario of what black culture is. She, you know, even if you look at World Star Hip Hop, that's a platform. But,
I refuse. I said no, not no damn World Star.
World Star is a black owned.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I would not want them to be. You know
what I'm saying? Sometimes they have some interest. Like, hell, Whatchamacallit got a lot of promotion from that. Tariq Nasheed movie called Hidden Colors.
And this is what I was about to say. Even with World Star or Mona Scott Young, they're still very smart people, and they know what they're doing, obviously, because they're successful. So why can't they just take that same success and turn it into something positive?
Like I said, the mentality is not set on enriching or empowering or having ownership. Their intention is to make money. Capitalism. That's pretty much the bottom line. How much money I'm gonna put? How much money I can invest into this project, and how much I'm gonna get in return.
Because even with
that's all it's about. If I can't get a much more return out of this, it ain't worth it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if the content is gonna change lives or provide jobs. You know what I'm saying? Or give opportunities and more opportunities. That's the whole thing.
Or just give black people.
And I think that's what's holding back the black media outlet. So, you know, in Atlanta they got Beehive. I watch his YouTube channel a lot. Beehive is an Atlanta DJ. He does a lot of shit on YouTube. His stuff be actually decent, just right there on the same par with Breakfast Club. He had a lot of dope interviews, and a lot of his interviews is Atlanta based.
What's this called? Beehive?
Beehive.
Okay.
Beehive ATL.
Oh, that's what's up. But what else about
Brian Campbell, Big Tigger even got a show. You know what I'm saying?
But even with that, like, even with YouTube, if you say the wrong thing on YouTube, they'll take your video down. So it's like, even with social media, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, like, you can't even piss them off. So it's like, even with us having what we have on YouTube, if for whatever reason we get big and we say the wrong thing, we can just lose a video. We can just lose a channel. You know what I'm saying? So you even got to deal with that via YouTube. So it's
that's why I'm trying to get more, like, that's why I need to get my our finances. Once we get our finances up, we can branch out a little bit more. We can actually invest more into Black Spot TV, which everybody should go check out. Black Spot TV. We can do Twitch. We ain't got to rely on just one platform like a YouTube, you know, or Twitter. You know what I'm saying? We got to get more diverse in our platform, but one, you need money to be able to get successful with that, and also you need people who can support that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Who will support that? Who can believe in your idea and be able to push it, help you push it, you know? And I don't think a lot of people are thinking like that in that same space. Or, for our situation, we just not networking enough that we not be able to go get out as much because we got to work. You know, we got to work and do a podcast.
Right, and that's why I feel like there are people who have more than what we have. Like I just don't understand why it's not no black media at this point in 2018. You know what I'm saying? Like you have these mega rich people. Why is it so hard for these people just to, I know it sounds like a fairy tale, but why can't they just come together and create one big super black thing?
And maybe because they just don't. They don't want to. They don't want that responsibility.
It would be a lot, yeah.
They don't want that responsibility. That's another thing that's been pushed down our throats. It's like, that is pushed down our throats, not just through our music, not just in our in the social media. It's like it's all over the place where it's showing like nobody really have to take responsibility for shit. Like you don't need it. It's like it's promoting that. It's a coddling culture.
Right. No type of accountability. Like, you know, from Tyler Perry to Oprah to Jay-Z to Dr. Dre to this half a billionaire and that billionaire and this person. You know, even if they can just start.
And then you got to keep in mind too. It's not that. It's we got money. There's a lot of black folks who got money, but they ain't got money like that. They ain't got no old money.
Oh hell no! They ain't got Fox News money.
No.
Right. But my thing is,
they ain't got CNN money. Hell, they probably don't even got Young Turks money.
They ain't got YouTube money. But my thing is, like, it can even start off small. If Oprah, if freaking Oprah and
that successful,
if freaking Oprah and Tyler Perry and Beyonce and if about 5 of them say, hey y'all, hey black community, we're starting our own media. It's gonna be called Black Media, and they don't even have to invest that much. They can start off small. Just the fact that it's them is gonna make us go over there.
True.
Like, how hard is that? Like, why hasn't that been done yet? Like, I just don't get it.
Like I said, nobody want that responsibility, and they don't want to put a target on their back.
Right.
like I said, it's fear.
Yeah, I guess it's like, it's almost like you gotta be willing to die for this shit.
Damn near.
Yeah.
You gotta damn near be ready to die for your people or die for the cause of the. And this is the thing, man. I always bring it back to the children. We don't want to invest really into the future of our people or the children. We want to benefit from right now with the issues that we're getting through. That's why a lot of, be quite 100% honest with you, how I see it, I think a lot of people just want the perks of a liberation from of our oppression. They want the perks now. They want it instantly, just like social media. They want everything instantly. They don't want to look into the long haul. Like, maybe I won't see this, but my children's children will see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nobody really focus on legacy or future. Yeah.
I mean, that's what, you know, if they didn't see that back in the day, we'd still be in chains.
Seriously. And our ancestors saw that. That's why they fought so damn hard. A lot of, you know, the whole comment about, you know, Kanye West, and, you know, I seen some stupid ass YouTubers, you know, that's why I had to get off social media, guys. The black men versus black women debates. The Kanye West's right slavery was a choice debates. It's get to the point. It was like, this is ridiculous. Why we're having this? Because we're reverting back to dumbass debates instead of having real ass conversations about how the fuck we going to build.
Right.
You know. And it gets sickening at the time. It gets sickening half the time. Sometimes you got to just turn off the YouTubes and get off the social media, get off the media, because after a while, like for instance, I was watching a YouTube couple. I was watching a YouTube couple, and shout out to them, but they had gotten a breakup. And I'm driving and doing my job, and I'm thinking about them and their breakup. Why the hell do I care about this?
Right.
I didn't get the hell off of social media. You know what I'm saying? You start worrying about stuff or people who you don't even know, thinking about what they got going on. You know, it get to the point where it's like, yo, man, I got other issues right now that I need to be focused more so on. You know what I'm saying? Things that is happening and brewing up in Savannah, Georgia, that I should put more attention into than thinking about what this YouTube couple doing or what this media person or what Kendrick Lamar had said about XXXTentacion or R. Kelly doing whatever the hell he doing and how people reacting to that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Get to the point where the gossip, it gets to the point where it's so distracting and you have to break away. And that's what media does. That's exactly how media operates. It keeps you unfocused.
And also, to be fair to the super rich people, I guess it's not really their responsibility. Is it their responsibility?
It's not their responsibility. It's really nobody's responsibility to do anything that they don't want to do. But it's not necessarily their responsibility, but it's but if they're going to go out and try to get, you know, bang on their chest, you know, I'm black and I'm proud and all that, they doing all that, they need to really be about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. And they not really about it. You just got to keep it 100. That's why I don't put a lot of faith in celebrities.
Right. But my thing just is like, I just feel like if you're in that industry and you made all this money, like, I don't know. And we always got to remember we don't know what they are. We don't know everything that they do. So they could be doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. But when it comes to just controlling your own stuff, like,
they're not interested in that. I don't think they're really that interested in that. I mean, granted, Jay-Z is pushing for or telling artists to own their own masters, and he pushing that real heavy. But at the same time, you know, he's working with, you know, with the likes of a Weinstein company. He's not working with Weinstein. He's working with a Weinstein company. You know what I'm saying? To push, you know, his television endeavors out. You know what I'm saying? Even with Diddy, you know, him speaking out, you know, or T.I. or whoever your favorite artist who's speaking out, you know, who wears the pro-black moniker when it's convenient. I think a lot of these celebrities wear it when it's convenient.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? And hell, I'll go even further. It's not just celebrities doing it. I think everyday folks are doing it, especially some of your YouTubers does it a lot.
Right.
They wear it when it's convenient.
Right.
They wear it when it's convenient.
I hear you on that one. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know, what's the point of making all this money and getting all extra powerful if you're not gonna do some real change the culture, revolutionary stuff? And I'm talking more than just be a trendsetter with style and stuff. I'm talking really like change the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point? I don't know.
I don't know, but it's up to the likes mine. It's like mine and yours. You know, there's other people who probably listen to this podcast who are already making things move and shake and doing those types of things, trying to make something happen off of a small little network. They probably got a little blog site, hoping and dreaming that it will turn into a journalist site, and hoping and dreaming it'll turn into a journalist channel, and hoping and dreaming it'll turn into a multimedia platform.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to all the people who are building, you know what I'm saying? All the indie media people with big dreams. You know, shout out to Black Spot TV. You know, shout out to all the people.
Derek Lewis, Black Spot TV. Shout out to the brother.
Right. But I don't know. I feel like I think everyone wonders this, but it's one of those things that you just gonna always wonder, and you got to go back to your real life.
Yeah.
Like, why we don't own no media?
Say it again.
I said, like, why we don't own no media? It's like it just cross your mind sometimes. And you be like, okay, whatever. What's on YouTube?
And I think that's what happened. I think that's not just on us everyday folks, because you got to keep in mind, celebrities, even people who got all this damn money, it's just like us. They know different.
I'm sure they've had this conversation before.
We did.
No, I'm sure they have.
I'm pretty sure they talk about it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure a conversation had brewed up, but like I said, it's a conversation and it's out the door the next day, because you got real life issues, real life stuff. Met Gala got to go to, got to perform, got to do this, got to try to make some money, want to create some music. You know what I'm saying? There's so many different reasons why people are not focused.
Also, Bill Cosby did try to buy NBC.
So they say, yeah.
So I mean, it wasn't just Bill Cosby though. It was Bill Cosby and like a line of people who were getting ready to buy NBC. So I don't know. Maybe people feel like if you try to do something big like that they're gonna start fucking with you, and maybe they just might start fucking with you.
It will. That's gonna happen regardless. Even if
you gotta have somebody willing to risk that.
But so you gotta have somebody who's fearless.
But it's like
he had a Tupac type of energy, but with more, with less paranoia. You know what I'm saying? Probably would have a black media platform. You know what I'm saying?
But then it's like, can you blame somebody for being like, I don't want to risk my whole life?
Yeah. You can't really blame. That's why I don't look to these famous people to say.
But not just famous people, but even rich people, just people in general who have power. Like, oh my God!
But
I wonder.
We gotta keep in mind. We gotta keep in mind. We got the Angel Riches out here who is trying to make that happen. You know what I'm saying? You got people out here who are pushing and working and tweaking and trying to come up with a way to give not only dope content but also a platform and jobs and opportunities and information that will develop a media platform. And you know what I'm saying? And yes, granted, we're speaking originally about Atlanta, but this is a little bit deeper and broader.
It's big. It's black media. And also shout out to Byron Allen. He bought the Weather Channel.
Byron Allen, yeah, that's what the guy named.
Yeah, he bought the Weather Channel for $300 million. And hey, that's based in Atlanta, so that's that's almost weather.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Byron Allen is a billionaire. He's actually doing the work, trying to make his own. He's trying to be a movie producer.
He's trying to have
you know what I'm saying? Like Hollywood, he's trying to own that type of shit.
Right. But even Byron Allen has ran into issues too, because what happened was, and Tone Talks did a whole report on this. He actually spoke to Byron Allen and everything. Basically, Byron Allen was trying to get a channel.
Right.
But they wouldn't let him have a channel. Even though he had the money to buy a channel, and they still wouldn't let him have a channel.
Yeah.
Just because. And that's the thing. It's like, even if you got the money, they ain't got to sell to you. They don't have to give it. Like, that's what gatekeepers are for. Like, yeah, you got the money, but I still don't want it in your hands, so I'm still not gonna sell to you.
Yeah, I don't want you to have it.
Right. So
just keep it bear in mind, y'all. Like, we have to get to a point where, you know, we got to be mindful of what we're paying ourselves, putting our attention to. Because your attention generates dollars and financials and what's going to get pushed. You know what I'm saying? What they're willing to back up. What you refuse to watch and what you refuse to click likes on and refuse to, or apps you refuse to do or use. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say go to Black Spot. That's why we say, you know, supports like the rights of a Byron Allen. You know what I'm saying? Or Angel Rich, buy her credit stacker. You know, download her credit stacker. It's free. Download it. It also teach you about credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, support Black independent people or business owners who are doing shit. You know, Black women are the biggest manufacturer. Or what they call them? Not manufacturers, but entrepreneurs. Yeah. They're the fastest growing entrepreneurs in America. You know, support these Black women who are actually developing businesses, who creating ideas. You know what I'm saying? And brothers, we got to get into it too. You know what I'm saying? I think the whole infighting and all the distractions, you know, all that shit is a distraction from you building with your people, man. Period. And building for your children, building for the future.
Right. So, sorry, I was just like reading some stuff.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, I think this is a conversation that is always going to be had until it happens.
Yeah, we're gonna come back to it.
Yeah.
We definitely gonna come back because we had this conversation.
Yeah, we had it
conversation off the air. We have this conversation at home when we in our family group gathering. We'll talk about it. You know what I'm saying? It pops up all the time.
Right, because like I said, like, media is very important, and it's shaping our culture, and someone else is basically controlling our culture. Like, we create it. You know, we some very creative people, but we don't control it.
Not only that we don't control it, it's also somebody else giving you opportunity to tell your own story.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody, you got to ask permission to tell your own damn story. Hey, can I tell them about this? No, you can't tell them.
Right, and they be saying no. So it's like,
saying no. Like, bitch.
Like, we have to show our truth. You know what I'm saying? Somebody else is telling our truth, you know? Like, it's almost like when someone controls your media, they're defining you.
Yes, yeah.
So yeah, it's important. So yeah, shout out to that. And it's all about, the last thing I want to say is it was about that. It was the Telecom Act that made all the that made independent media really hard and made these conglomerates own everything. The Telecom Act of 1966. Yeah, it's the first major overhaul of telecommunications, and the goal of the law was to let anyone enter any communication business, to let any communication business compete in any market against any other. I just read that and it sounds stupid, and I'm sorry.
It is stupid. It's stupid, but at the same time, it's what a lot of these, like I said, people with old money, people from racist money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why everybody owned by like 5 companies. So yeah, y'all Google the Telecom Act of 1996.
Yeah,
Google that, and that's when everything started
to change. In a minute too. And also, got to keep in mind, got to pay attention to net neutrality and where it's going. You dig what I'm saying? Because that's also going to intervene in
right. And that's another thing. Okay, we got our own media. Now they gonna throw in net neutrality. Like, all right, well, we'll just make it hard for you to do this. So it's like, but that can't stop us. Like, we can't let those things stop us.
No, we can't. And if we do, we become docile and continue in the same in the same manner. Our narrative will continually to be told through the in the eyes of CNN. You know what I'm saying? To the world. You know what I mean? So that's why, you know, it's good that everybody has their own platform, everybody able to tell their own story, but at the same time, it'd be so much stronger if we can all come together and create a platform where we can really tell our own stories and be authentic and sincere and don't have to worry about nobody intervening in what we're going to discuss to our people. You know what I mean?
Right. So, Yeah, man. Let's keep the conversation going. Make sure y'all hit up those comments and share this video and push the message.
Push the message, man.
Yeah, the Telecom Act. Let me read a little bit more about the Telecom Act, because I think when I first read it, I sounded like I didn't know what I was talking about. So let me read a little bit. So basically, the law, it stripped down the television ownership rules so much that big media players they were very aggressive in buying out smaller stations. So it made, because it used to be like a bunch of little independent radio stations, and there were more owners of television. But with the Telecom Act, it's like they basically, a couple of people just bought up everything. It was almost like they did a bunch of hostile takeovers, and then they started to merge, and next thing you know, fast forward to 2018, basically like 5 companies own all the media, from the newspapers to the websites to the radio stations to the TV. So yeah,
and then I think it's fewer people that own the internet access. So it really breaks down to the telephone companies and how their involvement in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's so many different things that we can dig deep into.
Right.
But like you said, we can't let that stuff, shake us up and break us down to the point where, well, shit, what the fuck I'm gonna do? I ain't got nothing to go get that. I ain't got no money. Hey man, just continue to do your content, explore, network with your brothers and sisters. Right. Let's have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? And generate ideas, support people who got the ideas, and try to empower each other.
Right, and big ups to indie media. So that's what's up.
That's what's up. Well, until then, thank y'all for listening. Peace.
I will not raise my daughter differently than my mother raised me. The rearing I got from my mother, words cannot express. I could live in any time, I could live in any country, I could live on any planet, and I would be fine.
What was the key? What did your mother know? What truth was coming through your mother that's going to come through you to your daughter?
My mother gave us aphorisms to learn as children. And there are 2 that stand out foremost in my mind. One is, the inner reality creates the outer form. I learned this when I was in grade school. I was very young. And the other is, the universe bears no ill to me. I bear no ill to it.